Brother Joshua Malakella shared his testimony of the Lord coming to him and revealing that he is soon to return to the earth to receive his bride at the Feast of Trumpets, which is September 23rd and 24th. At some point within those 2 days, no man knows the day or the hour, not even Joshua claims to know the exact date or the exact hour, just Jesus only revealed that time period. And when I saw his testimony on Vlad's podcast, God's Voice Daily, and on the Sent Twins channel, and also now Medic for Christ channel, every time I see his testimony, my spirit comes alive. I feel quickened and I feel emboldened to come and share also just as boldly with just as much courage as they show. Because the truth of the matter is, no matter when Jesus comes, he's coming, and he has a mission for each one of us. And it is the time to know what that is. If you don't know what your mission is and you feel fear or anxiety or discouragement, or you're embroiled in strife, enmity, and contention, I want to provide this space to ask you to join with questions or with thoughts or whatever it is that would help you and assist you in this time, because I don't believe Jesus wants us to be afraid. He said 365 times, "Be ye not afraid," in different parts of the Bible, because he knew every day of the year we would need a reminder to not be afraid. And so if you're feeling that right now, I just want to encourage you and extend my offer of a hand to you. Reach out, and I would love to just hold space for you, encourage you, come on our live streams, and just know that you're not alone. I wanted to share a vision that I had about 5 years ago that might be encouraging. And it's the reason this video is entitled Living with the End in Mind. Nothing has made the end more clear than Brother Joshua's proclamation of the Lord returning. I knew in my mind that the Lord was returning, but I did not know it in my heart. And I wasn't living on purpose with every day counting. And so I created kind of a motivation for myself as a countdown to the Feast of Trumpets, so that I would be on purpose and stay aware that the time is short, the days are evil, and no man can work when it is night. And while it is day, we are to be about our Father's business, working in his harvest field, loving the least of these, overcoming evil by doing good, praying for those who persecute us, and shining our light, speaking the truth of the gospel, and giving every opportunity available for people to find the Lord, seek and save, give them the opportunity to receive that salvation from Jesus Christ by faith alone. So today is 22 days until the Feast of Trumpets, the first day of the Feast of Trumpets. And what came to mind for me was a time, like I said, about 5 years ago, where I had purposed in my heart to go on vacation, and my family and I were at the beach, and I just thought it would be a really fun thing to go run on the beach. And I didn't really have a lot of experience with running on the beach, but I figured I'd just go give it a try. And when I was out there running, I found it very, very difficult. And I think of this as I think of Paul talking about running our race in this hour, in this time, to go out boldly and just do something that looks hard or looks like it's impossible. Because this is what happened to me. While I was running, I began to seek the Lord, and it was my heart's cry to finish this little run on the beach. I didn't really have a lot of things riding on it. It was just my own personal determination. And as I am running and feeling like I can't go anymore, I have to stop. This is way too hard. I don't know what I bit off more than I can chew. Lord, if there's any way that I can finish this race, I need you to show me something to encourage me, something to keep me going. And the very next thing I saw as I was looking down were footprints in the sand. And in my spirit, I thought, if I could just keep putting my foot into those footprints, at least I know I'm not alone. At least I know there's somebody on this path with me. And that was so encouraging. And it's so true for our walk today with sharing the gospel and being in this place and this platform with each other. because there is a lot of discouragement, there's a lot of encouragement, there's a lot of disunity, there's a lot of unity. But when it's hard, if we can just go in the footsteps of our Savior Jesus and know we are following him wherever he leads, we can have enough strength to make one more footstep through that journey. And I still was seeking the Lord. It's like, Lord, thank you for this motivation, this inspiration, this person going before me who's leaving footprints that I can follow. But I just need more. I need to know how I can make it to the end of the beach and not give up. Everything hurts. My lungs hurt. I wish I had bigger nostrils. I wish I had stronger legs. I feel like my feet are made of lead. And he gave me this thought, and he said, think with the end in mind. And I said, Lord, what does that mean? And he said, imagine that you're already at the finish line. Imagine that you're already at the end of the beach. You see the wall, you're in the water, and you're enjoying the refreshment of the cool water, and you're sweating, but you feel so good because you did it, and you didn't give up on yourself, and you didn't stop. And I said, okay, Lord, I don't know how that helps me right now, but I will. And I just started imagining being there, and I'm still running, and it's still hard. And I lost the person in front of me that I was kind of following that didn't know I was following them, but I could still kind of see the footprints. And I kept encouraging myself, thinking, I'm going to get there. It's going to be there. And it was almost like time began to fast forward. And literally, in such a short period of time, I kind of stopped worrying about how I felt and how hard it was. And I started looking at the ocean and how beautiful it was, and the birds and the sun, and just enjoying the rhythm of my breath and the movement. And it didn't get, super easy per se, but it just seemed tolerable. And then it seemed like a gentle rhythm. And then before I knew it, I was there. It was over. I was there. There was the wall. I was in the water. And I thought, oh, that was great, Lord. Thank you for that. And the Lord brings that back into my remembrance anytime that I feel like I don't understand, it doesn't make sense, and it's really, really hard, and I don't have any motivation to keep going. He reminds me that if I'll just think about the glory beyond the cross, like Jesus did when he went to the cross for you and me, says that it was the glory beyond the cross that helped him surrender his will in the Garden of Gethsemane to say, not my will, but thy will be done. For you and for me. His love poured out on that cross for you and for me because he knew what was coming. And no matter what you're facing, whether it's spreading the gospel or just getting out of bed, whether it is running the race of a physical race or the race of life, it is promised to us that hardships are a part of it and persecutions are a part of it. But we can run the race knowing we go in the footsteps of the one who went before us, and that we can encourage each other along the way and encourage ourselves by knowing that the end is near, the prize is waiting, and the race is almost finished. So I want you to know we keep our eyes here in Awaken Alive Media Ministry on Jesus. We are blessed by Brother Joshua's quickening of his testimony in our spirits, but we know that I don't believe Joshua would want us to worship him and look to him or anybody else but Jesus. So I just want to encourage the saints today on this 22nd day before the Feast of Trumpets to make the most of the time and remembering that we can live with the end in mind. This is not our home. This is not the end, and that we have been set here for such a time as this. Be encouraged, saints. I love you.